Now, we all know that long-lasting health starts with prevention, and knowing how to protect your pets from harm is something that we should all be aware of. So right now, let's check in on Graham and Dr. Matt to get some expert advice.
In our very informative and I have to say rather alarming Bravecto segment, we discussed just how harmful ticks can be for our dogs. Well, today we continue that theme and look a little closer at one of the life-threatening diseases ticks can cause in our pups. And once again, we are joined by Dr. Matz, a technical specialist from MSD Animal Health, the makers of Bravecto. Doc, thank you so much for joining us again. I love the way Bob just sticks to you like glue. You can see a kindred spirit right there. I was quite alarmed to hear that ticks and the related sicknesses can actually be fatal for our dogs. You mentioned biliary.
Yes.
Talk me through that a little bit. How is it transmitted and why is it so dangerous?
Biliary is a tick-borne disease, so it gets transmitted by ticks. The parasite that gets transmitted destroys red blood cells, and if you destroy your red blood cells, you can't carry oxygen, you can't carry nutrients. Wow. You're essentially bleeding to death from an internal perspective. So it would look like pale mucous membranes. The animals will be nauseous, they will not want to eat. They will develop a fever as well, so you might be able to feel it on their ears or their tummy. And then subsequently, as that develops, you can land up with gross organ failure, which essentially causes death.
Wow, and I would imagine hugely painful for them as well. How long does it take to gestate or kind of manifest? Will you find ticks on them? Must that be your first sign? Can it incubate for a while?
The incubation period is 7 to 14 days, but that's not what pet owners see. The pet owners see the dog not feeling well for about a day or two. Okay. And that should be your first cue. If you do pick up a fever or lack of appetite or pale mucous membranes, you go straight to your practitioner and you check it out.
I think that, is across the board, actually, when you notice that a difference in their personality as well, as you can see with Bobbis, very strong there. I think the big question then, how do we protect our pups?
The best way to protect them is to offer them something against those ticks. So something like Bravecto, try and kill that tick, hopefully before they can transmit the disease to the pet. If we can do that, we can reduce the incidence of it. Unfortunately, we can't prevent it altogether. We don't have that technology yet. But the best that we can do is offer them that protection against ticks with Bravecto.
And knowing you and your team, I think we're moving closer towards that reality. But thank you so much. Really informative and, again, quite alarming. But don't worry, guys, you are protected. So thanking Dr. Matz again. And be sure to tune into our next Bravecto segment, where we're going to discuss how to protect our pups from those pesky little critters, fleas.
All right, so to extend the picture of the health of your dog and get in line to win awesome prizes with Expresso and Bravecto, one lucky winner per week will be chosen and will walk away with a year's supply of Bravecto, and all our weekly winners go into a grand prize draw to win a Bravecto hamper and 5,000 Rand cash. Now visit the Bravecto South Africa Facebook page or expressoshow.com to find out more.
For extraordinary pet, you need extraordinary care. Give your dog 12 weeks protection against ticks and fleas in just one tasty treat with Bravecto.